come with me as I start working on my Mardi Gras clip art. So I've already got a stamp set that I am currently in the process of making. And we're going to go ahead and do the crown. So I'm going to start by having that as my bottom layer, and then we're going to reference. I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop some colors in here. Oh, too much. That right there. I drag that under my reference layer so that it does not cover up the parts that I already have done for accents. And then let's do this gold layer. Okay, and then we're just going to do green as the extra parts here. And I am going to have to reduce the threshold. There we go. Okay, so now I have my base layer done. I'm going to alpha lock all of these. And I'm going to turn a reference layer off for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my purple, and I'm going to go to a brighter color. I'm going to go into my brush set right here, and let's do the oil paint. Let me see. Let's go bigger. We're going to opaque. There we go. And I just like to do this. It gives it that hand like painted look. And I will do a few different layers for this with colorings so that it blends well together. So I've got one. We want to go brighter still. And I feel like I need to drop the opacity down just a little bit. Opacity. There we go. And then I'm going to go closer to white and just drop in a little bit of that. Okay. And then let's do the same for our gold layer. So we're going to go over here. Put the opacity up just a little bit. And then a little bit lighter. And then go back, and we're actually going to go a little bit darker. And I've definitely noticed that layers is the way to go when you're doing stuff like this. Layering is just going to help give you your best look for this. Okay, we're going to go back here and do like a mid-range. And then let's go do our brights. And this can be time consuming. I enjoy this part of the process. If you don't, I'm sorry. That is why I sell clip art, so that you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it. So I've got that done, and we're going to go in and do the green because that's going to be our last one. Just going to go a little bit brighter. And I'm going to drop the brush down. I feel like that's a little too bright. Let me drop the opacity. Okay. So what I'll do, because this one is really like a neon green, is I'll go back with my dark before I do my light and add my dark back in. But we do it with the layers like this so that it has that brush stroke look to it. Sometimes I do a little bit too much. So when that happens, I just go in and reverse and undo. You can use 2 fingers or you can click the undo button at the left of the screen right there. Okay. And I'm going to go in and do like a really light. That was a little bit too much, so let's bump it down a little bit more. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Make sure we get all of them. Okay. All right. And then what we can do is we can go to either ink 3. I think I'm going to try ink 2 here. And if you want to go in and add like some white highlights, make sure that you are on a new layer because I always forget to do that part. And then you can go in and add some accents here. Sometimes I'll go over the black parts that I've already done. But we're just adding depth to this. It just helps the design to pop. If you don't like white in your designs, that's fine. You can skip this step. And then kind of like want to do circles around the circles on this one without it being super big. And let's see. That doesn't look bad. I do think I want to go over with some gold. So let's see. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to kind of outline my design a little bit in the bold. Now this is Dreamy Glitter. It's a brush that I combined using one of 3 Jensen Mimi's brushes and one of Alicia Ray's Dreamy Glitter brushes. So it is not one that you could buy, but if you do buy both of those, you can combine them and, make a brush, which is what I did because I just like the way that it looks because I like the streaky look. And I think it looks really well. But I didn't want to mislead you guys that I sell this brush because I do not. So I do have brushes that you can use, and if you want to edit those for a gold, that's fine. But this specific one, I just found one that I liked, and that's just what I tend to use in my designs. But yeah, there you go. And so that could be like a finished clip art for me to put up. I do allow you guys to make finished designs with this, so you could draw your clip art how you wanted and then make a finished design. You're not allowed to use my stamps to sell clip art because I sell my clip art with them, but I have no issues whatsoever with you making a PNG design with texture things from this. That's no problem at all. And then I am going to be doing some lettering to go along with this. So I do not have my preppy right here, but you could do something like this. That says Mardi Gras right here. And like I said, this is just a rough portion of that, I'll actually make some stamps for you guys to do that with. But yeah, so I hope that this helps, and I hope that you guys enjoy this tutorial. And if you have any questions or need any help, just let me know.